What's up, Tube World? Blue Ronin here, and I just want to take a second to say thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your life to watch my very first YouTube video. I really appreciate it. So, give me 6 seconds, we'll get into it. So, as you saw in the thumbnail, this is an EDC video, and EDC stands for Everyday Carry, for those of you who may not know or may be new to this type of lifestyle. So EDC is pretty self-explanatory. These are things that most of us carry with us every day. I know there are probably many people like me that aren't able to carry everything every day. Just a little bit about myself. I'm a middle-aged proud American. I work for a pretty well-known company. I work very long hours at times, and I'm in uniform the vast majority of the day. And with that being said, certain things are precluded from my everyday carry, these in particular. So really, just these 4 things are the things that I carry with me during the week, but everything else is pretty much things that I would carry with me on the weekend. Now, everybody's EDC is not going to be the same. We all have different things for different needs, and we go different places. So everybody's going to be unique to them. But I think there are some things that that everybody pretty much uses at some point or another on a daily basis, and these just happen to be mine. Okay. So first up for me is a key organizer. I picked this up a few months ago, and at the time I didn't really realize that these were gaining popularity in the EDC community. My reason for getting it is because on my original key ring, my keys were poking holes in my work pants. And I was like, well, now I got to do something about this because I can't keep going through pants like this. So I picked this up on Amazon. The vast majority of the things you see, I did pick up on Amazon. And this has been great. It's not too stylish. I think it's a nice, clean look, a little, minimalistic, which is kind of what I like. And it works well. The only issue that I had with this, it's not really the organizer itself. But the only real issue I had was that I had a wide variety of keys that I use on a pretty regular basis, and all the keyholes, the keyholes on the vast majority of my keys were too small for these particular pegs for this organizer. You have a peg on each side, and the key slipped down on top of these pegs, and a lot of the keyholes in my keys were too small. So I had to break out Mr. Dremel and adapt and adjust, and that's what I did. Broke out Mr. Dremel, and I dremeled holes in all the keys to make sure that they fit on the pegs inside this organizer. Once I got that done, this thing has been golden ever since. It does come with spacers, so if you don't have as many keys as I have, if you need to put some spacers in between them, they do come with spacers. Also, on this key ring, I keep my key fob, an S carabiner with bottle opener, and a little mini pocket knife, which comes in extremely handy for all kinds of things. Next up is a minimalist wallet. This is actually my 3rd attempt on one of these type of wallets. The last 2 just didn't work for me. I tried them out for a few weeks each one, and they just didn't work. So I finally came across this one. I do not remember the name of this one, but I do know that it's leather. It does have a pop-up card section. I believe this holds 14 to 15 cards. But the thing that I like most about it is that since I'm still, I'm kind of an old fogey. I haven't gotten to the pay for everything with my card point of my life yet, but it does have a little pocket or space for folded bills. So I'm really enjoying that, because the other ones I had the money clip on the outside, and I just never felt comfortable having the money clip on the outside of my wallet. And so I came across this one. I think I paid close to $40 for it, and it's been working great for me. I've had it for about a week now, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping it's going to last a long time because, like I said, because it is leather, and it's just a good, to me at least anyways, I guess time will tell, but to me it's a good, solid minimalist wallet. Does not take up a whole lot of space, not like the old, trifolds that I used to have that has, a ton of different stuff inside it. And this one really won't let you do that. Kind of makes you, stick to the basics, which is fine by me. And this has been a good, solid wallet, at least so far, anyways. Next up is good old-fashioned lip balm. Okay, this is Carmex Fresh Cherry. And I keep a tube of this, as you can tell. See how worn it is. I keep a tube of this on me at all times. Every time I leave the house, I've got some by my bed. I've got some in different bags. I've got some in my car. Man, listen, I use lip balm all the time. These are great. I use chapstick as well, but Carmex I think works a little bit better for me. It feels better on my lips. Feels like it's a little bit thicker, I guess. It definitely helps. I think if it heals my my chap or split lips a little bit faster than chapstick does. Chapstick is good, but I just kind of lean towards Carmex a little bit more. Both great products, but I enjoy Carmex, and I keep this on me at all times. Everything that you see so far, I keep in my front pocket, with the exception of my next item, and this stays with me everywhere I go, year round. And the only item that I keep in my back pocket is a good old-fashioned handkerchief. I've recently picked up a pack of black ones because I like black. Prior to that, I had white handkerchiefs that I've used on a daily basis. I keep this with me because I have sinus issues, and so I'm blowing my nose, sneezing daily. And this really comes in handy. I really only kind of use this for a real emergency, like if I don't have like a napkin or something handy, or a tissue, a regular tissue that I can use. But I keep this with me all the time. I'm really hoping, I bought a pack of these not too long ago, and so I'm really just beginning to use the black ones now. So I'm really hoping that they hold up as well with gentle use that my other ones have for years and years and years. So good old fashioned handkerchief. Or, if you want to use a bandana, bandanas and handkerchiefs, I feel, they come in very handy. They can use it for many different varieties of situations. And they're just always, always nice to have something to have something like this, something, you might be able to, strain water through, or, for anything, just a wide variety of reasons. A handkerchief or a bandana is always helpful. So that's it for my actual true everyday carry. And so everything else that's left on the table is what I normally reserve for the weekends. So first up is the Olight O-Pen Mini. And this is a really cool little EDC pen. I'm not sure exactly what it's made of, whether it's steel. I don't think it's titanium, because this pen was actually not that expensive. It has a bolt open and close. And this thing is less than 4 inches long. Really cool little pen, comes in very, very handy. They have refills that you can get on Amazon, but I chose to get the actual Olight refills for this particular pen because I didn't know. I just wanted to make sure that that the refills were good quality, and so I went to the Olight site, and they didn't have any of the black ink. All they had was blue, which is what I got, and I have no problem with blue, and yeah, so this is just a really good little pen. It writes very well. It's very small, very lightweight, very compact, and it will not take up a lot of room in your pockets. As you can see, it has a pocket clip on it if you need to put it in a pants pocket, shirt pocket, or just inside your pocket. It's not really going to matter because it takes up very little real estate, and it's extremely lightweight. So pens are always good to have because you never know. If you may need to write something down, or somebody may need to borrow a pen for whatever reason, these are always good to have on you. And next up is a butane lighter. I picked up a pack of 2 of these on Amazon for $10. So this one is I don't know if we would consider this stylish or not. Like maybe it's I don't know. It's kind of fancy, I guess. I'm not really sure, but that's not why I got it. The reason I got this was because I needed something that I could depend on in inclement weather, whether it be high winds, rains, heavy rains. If I need some kind of heat, I hope that this is going to do the job. I haven't had the chance to use this in inclement weather yet, but I feel like if that should happen, I'll be prepared for it. It has a safety cap on it. Okay. Flip that up. And it generally only takes 2 clicks to get this thing going. Okay. 3-prong lighter. It is adjustable. And in order to fill it up, you get yourself a small can of butane, put the nozzle right in here, press down on it, and this thing fills up in a matter of seconds. Extremely handy to have in bad weather, in my opinion. And I really like it. It's you could tell it's solidly built. It feels thick, and I'm really enjoying this so far. Okay, so a butane lighter comes in handy. And so I know this is probably going to be the most controversial item that I have, especially to you EDC purists. I know you guys are probably going to talk smack about me, but I don't care. Anyways, this is a flashlight. And yes, it is Chinese. It's a Chinese flashlight. That's right, I said it. I bought a Chinese flashlight. Now, I'm sure there are going to be those that said, oh, what about Olight? What about Streamlight? Those are great. I've got Olights. I've got a Streamlight. Those are great lights. But for this particular case, I wanted something that was relatively small. And, I don't have big hands. Okay, I don't have big hands at all. And this thing fits in the palm of my hand. All right, that's why I wanted something that's going to be small and not take up a lot of real estate in my pockets. That's why I chose to at least try this light out, see how it works. So there are a lot of things I actually like about this. It has several different lighting functions, which gives you a lot of different variety as far as different kind of lights that you can use. And so I'll give you a quick demonstration. So if you just want a temporary light, you just have to hold down on it. Okay. And if you want it to stay on, you have to press this button twice. Okay. So this is the lowest setting. So next. That should be the last one. Manufacturer says that this is 1,000 lumens. I don't know if it's actually 1,000 lumens or not, but I can tell you that it's pretty damn bright. Okay, so even if it isn't, you're still going to be able to see whatever you want to see. And I just like the fact that it gives you a variety of different lighting options. And so these are another set of lights that you can use. They're not quite as bright as the ones up here, but maybe in a smaller enclosed space, or if you need a particular type of light, this may be of some use to you. So you operate these the same way. You press it twice. Okay, so that is the red light, which comes in handy. Blue, red strobe, blue and red flashing, bright white, more of an amber soft white, and green. Okay. All can come in very handy depending on what the situation is. So it gives you, like I said, gives you options. That's one of the main reasons why I like it. It also has a UV light function. So you have to press this 3 times quickly. I couldn't figure it out the first time I used this thing because I knew it was up here, but I didn't know how to turn it on. So you have to press it quickly. Okay, and that is an actual UV light. It has been tested. It works extremely well. I guess you say, well, why would anybody need that? Well, in case you think somebody may have given you some funny money or something, or if you want to check for other biological items that aren't easily seen, I think it could come in handy for that. It also has a magnetic base. This particular model comes with a clip. And there is a section for either a lanyard or a key ring, both of which are included with this particular light. There's one function on here that I am not very fond of, and that is the siren function. So I'll show you how that sounds. Okay, you just hold it down, and you can hear the siren. The downside to this is that the siren is not very loud. So God forbid, should you be in a bad situation and you're trying to get someone's attention with the siren, it's probably not going to work out too well for you. So were you to get this flashlight, I would suggest not getting it for that particular function. but get it for everything else because everything else, at least for right now, as far as I can tell, has been working great so far. It is rechargeable and it seems to hold a pretty good charge on it. And I just think this is, like I said, if you're looking to save space in your pockets and you want something that's very lightweight and very small, I would consider, getting something like this if you don't want to pay, or if you're just starting out in this, you don't want to spend a ton of money, like I said, on the Olights or the Streamlights, and some of those are reasonably priced as well, but very few of them are cheap at 1,000 lumens. Once you start getting up into the 500 and 1,000 lumens, the price tends to go up. I think I paid right around $25 for this. Like I said, this is just for the kind of brightness that you get from this little flashlight. At least for right now, and unless the thing falls apart because it is Chinese, unless it falls apart, then I would consider getting something like this if you think you're on some kind of budget. Okay. And next up is the Citizens Echo Drive watch. I've probably had this watch for 10, 12 years now, and I really like it. I really recently just started wearing it again on the weekends. The downside to this watch is if you don't, I guess like most solar powered watches, if you don't give it some type of direct sunlight on a regular basis, it tends to stop and lose time. Then you have to kind of go through the process of rewinding it and resetting the date and all that kind of stuff. But just as far as like pure functionality, this has been a really great watch. I know this is a little, I guess a little more stylish, but like I said, this is a weekend watch. Throughout the week, I normally just use the clock on my phone. But if I want to go out and I want to look don't want to look like a complete caveman, then I might throw this on. It's got a little bit of niceness to it. But it's just been a really solid watch. I let it charge a day. The thing is running fine for right now. But I won't take this out of the house come Monday morning, and so it'll probably lose a charge again. But I still like to wear it anyway. So nice little watch. And next up is Tozo Bluetooth earbuds. I really enjoy these things. They're not super expensive. I know they got different types of models of Tozos that you can find on Amazon. I don't remember what model these are. I think I paid anywhere between 25 or 35 bucks for these things. They sound really good. I'm the type of guy that when I'm going out and about, I generally only put one earbud in my ear at a time. And the reason I do that is because I like to kind of hear what's going on around me. If I have both of these in and they both sound, really good, they have good volume, good bass, good clarity, and they're not super expensive. And so, like I said, I generally only keep one in at a time when I go out and about, just to kind of, like I said, to kind of know what's going on around me. But if you're on a budget and you're just kind of starting out and you don't want to spend the extra money on the Beats or the AirPods, I would consider maybe giving Tozo a try. I think they're a good quality product for the price. And I've had these for about 3 years now, and I have not been disappointed when I actually do take these out and about with me. Good quality earbuds for me. And next up is the Gerber NXT suspension. Which side? There you go. Gerber NXT suspension. This is a really good multi-tool. Not quite as expensive as some of the Leathermans. This really isn't expensive at all. I think I paid 28 bucks for this on Amazon, and this is just a good, solid multi-tool, man. I love the skeletonized body on it. It's got a good pocket clip, to attach to either to your belt or to your pants pocket, shirt pocket. All the tools on this thing lock in place. It has all the standard tools. I'm not going to take them all out, but it has all the standard tools. Scissors, flatheads, Phillips head, can opener, ruler, file, and just a good basic solid multi-tool. Like I said, they all lock in place and so if you pull one down and you lock it in place, the way you get it loose is this little piece right here. You push it down, push it down this way and it will unlock. It's great that these things lock because you don't have to worry about anything folding in on you. Pliers, wire cutters, just a good solid multi-tool for not a ton of money. Like I said, Leathermans are great. I've got a Leatherman, but they can be a little pricey. But this is if you just need something that's functional, that you can just kind of throw in your pocket and you don't have to worry about it falling apart on you, I would highly suggest getting something like this until you can get something that you may want, like a Leatherman somewhere down the line. But if you're just starting out, I think a Gerber NXT extension, or they've got, Gerber has other multi-tools as well. But for me, I really enjoyed this particular one. I just think it's just a nice, clean look. And I've enjoyed it so much. I've used it several times since I've had it, and it's just a really good, solid multi-tool. Next up is the Kershaw. I think the model is the Monitor. Really nice little flipper. It's got the, I think it's called the Duralock or the Dual Lock, maybe Duralock on it. Folds in very easily. Super solid. That thing is not going anywhere when you have it extended. It's got a nice little stabby point on it. I generally rotate in between this one and my next folder coming up. I just like to love the clean lines of this. This is I wouldn't necessarily use this as a utility knife. This would be more of a self defense knife for me. This also has a pocket clip on it as well. It's a good solid knife from Kershaw. Not super expensive. I know they have other blades that kind of get a little pricey, but for me, this thing is probably roughly 6 inches from end to end. So it's just, like I said, fits well in the pocket, fits well in my hand. I don't have very big hands, and so this is a nice defensive blade for me, defensive folder. But my utility blade, in my mind anyways, and I probably actually carry this more often than I do the Kershaw, is the Civivi Praxis Mini. I've bought several of these over the years. I probably bought my first one maybe 4 years ago. And this is just a good, solid knife, man. Good quality, what I feel is like more of a utility knife. Locking blade as well. Just press that to the side, folds very easily. Nice, clean look. And I think this is just a good quality knife. I've been hearing more and more about Civivi, really, over the years. Even since I started buying them. I have several of these in different bags, and this has just been a good, solid folder for me. Highly recommended if you don't want to spend the kind of money on a Benchmade, which makes great knives, or the Spydercos. They make great knives as well. I don't have any Benchmades, at least not yet. But if you want something that's fairly priced and good quality, I would consider getting either a Civivi or the Kershaw. So next up is what I call Old Faithful. This is the Smith's 2-in-1 knife sharpener. I love this thing, man. I went back on my to look at how many times I purchased this, and I've purchased this 13 times. Okay, I spent money, and the good thing about this is these are only $4 a piece. Okay, they fit in the palm of your hand. Super, super lightweight. Okay, super lightweight. You've got your coarse side, your fine side. You've got little grip pads on top and bottom, and you just set it down on something sturdy, and just run your blade through, a few times on each side to get it nice and sharp, or get it to where you want it. And it's also got a little lanyard hole as well. This thing is really great. Like I said, $4. I've got this in every single bag that I have, every single one. Wherever I have a knife, I have one of these little Smith's 2-in-1 knife sharpeners. Like I said, super lightweight. That'll fit in your pocket. Throw them in a tackle box, in a bag. You won't even know they're there half the time. It's super, super lightweight and very, very functional. These things work very well. And before I go on, let me just mention that I don't have an affiliation with any of these products, any of these companies that I'm talking about. These are just things that I've either been using for a while, or may have just recently picked up, but I think will have some type of value to people. And so that's why I'm showing this stuff. You decide what you want, but I think hopefully, for me anyways, that most of the stuff you see before you will be effective at what you need it for. So this is the Smith's 2-in-1 gun and reel silicone cloth. I just found out about these. I hadn't really, heard about them until I saw another content creator talking about a tough cloth that he used to clean his knives off with. And I had never really given that a whole lot of thought. And so I was like, well, that's not a bad idea. Let me at least look into it. So I kind of looked around on Amazon and I saw the tough cloth, but I decided to try to go with this instead. Hops is a very well-known brand name, and this thing is when they say that this is a silicone cloth, they are not kidding. So what I found out the hard way was when I pulled this out of the bag, I got that lubricant all over my hands. Okay. And because the lubricant is embedded in the cloth. So I would suggest if you decide you want to get something like this to wear a pair of rubber gloves when using, because you're going to get this stuff everywhere. Okay. But I have no doubt in my mind. I'm like 99% sure that when I actually, like I said, I haven't even used this yet. When I start wiping down my knives after use, or what I'm calling my defensive tools, that this is going to get the job done. Just for a nice little quick wipe down and keep it lubricated and keep things rust free. I strongly believe that this is going to do the job. Next up, we have a glass breaker. This has a tungsten bead on it. Okay. And this is basically meant to be used as a minimalist bracelet. It does tighten, okay, so you can make it a little more snug on you. But the way that you use this is you basically, you got to line up to grab the tungsten bead. And if you're in a situation where you're trapped in a car, God forbid, for after an accident, or even worse, if you're in water or something, if you need to try to get a window started, this may do the trick. I hope I never find out, but that's just how you use it. You put it between your fingers, you pull it back, and you let it go against the glass, and hopefully that glass is gonna at least crack, if nothing else. It may not shatter, but at least it'll crack enough for you to be able to maybe kick it or punch it, and break the window the rest of the way so you can get out of the vehicle. I'm really hoping and praying that I never have to use this. But if I go out of town, or if I'm traveling with someone instead of my own car, because I have a glass breaker in my vehicle as well. But if I'm riding with somebody else, and you just never know. And so I would take this with me in a situation like that. And like I said, I hope I'll never find out, but it may come in handy one day. And so next up for the stars of the show are my defensive tools. And so we're going to start out with one of Glock's rare red-headed stepchildren. This is the Glock 30S, and I absolutely love this thing. So let's go do it. We're going to do a quick safety check. Okay, nothing in the magazine, nothing in the chamber. Safe direction. And I absolutely love this thing, man. As I said before, I don't have very big hands. Okay, so this little compact 45 works great. It feels great in my hand. This is actually the gun, the defensive tool that I carry with me more often than not. This is my quote unquote daily, but I do alternate between this one and the next one coming up, depending on how much capacity I want. So I did make some changes to this, so it fit my hand a little bit better. And both of these, this one and this one, basically have the same things done to them. There's some minor changes, but the majority of the changes are identical. So this has an extended paddle mag release, extended slide lock, extended slide release, ghost ring night sights, Talon sandpaper or asphalt style grips for the handle. I had some grip tape already here at the house, so I actually put some around a couple of my magazines. It also has the Talons on the slide as well, just for extra grip. So I decided to put a Streamlight TLR8G laser light combo on both of these defensive tools. And the reason I did that is really for two reasons. One, neither one of these are MOS, so there's no room for an optic unless I want to have the slide milled, and I don't. And two is that I have, like I said, I'm a middle-aged guy, and my eyesight isn't great. I wear contacts daily. And so I started thinking, well, what if I'm at home and I don't have my contacts in, and God forbid someone tries to be stupid and come in unannounced. What am I going to do? And so I decided to go with the laser light combo. This laser works extremely well. Okay, and then whatever you put this laser on, yeah, that whatever that is, whatever that may be, it's not going to be a good day. Okay, the light works well as well, and as always, if like I said, if you get just getting into this, Streamlight makes an extremely good light. They're very popular, very durable, and I think these are the CR was it 132 batteries, 123 batteries, anyways. But yeah, the batteries are not expensive, and like I said, they are ambidextrous. You can activate from either side. Okay, pressure switches right here. And this works, like I said, it works great. I can activate from either side, either my trigger finger or my support thumb. Okay, the activation switches are right there on either side, so this works extremely well. And this is my favorite EDC as of right now, anyways. And next up is the famous Glock 19. This is the Gen X model. And everything is essentially the same. I did have to put a different type of extended mag release on this one because they didn't have any more of the paddle ones for this particular model. But everything else is the same. Extended slide lock, slide release, ghost ring night sights as well. Also put a Talon grips on the handle and the slide. And on this particular model, I put a TLR8AG on laser light combo on this one because it's a little bit longer. That's the difference. It's a little bit longer, and because this is a longer gun. This is 9mm, and this is just a great solid gun. Defensive tool. Just great defensive tool. I did put the tail on the back to give me a little, kind of gives you that little 1911 feel. This little back strap. But it just feels great in my hand. It gives you lots of support. And like I said, this also has the laser light combo. The one thing that I really liked that Streamlight did was that for this particular model, they gave you an option to switch out your activation switches. So I've got different switches on each side. So this is this particular one gives me clearance for my trigger finger. Okay, so I found out that with the original one, my finger was bumping the activation switch. So it did give me the option to switch out, and now I have that extra clearance, and that works really good. And on this side, I opted to keep the original stock activation switch, and that lines up perfectly with my support thumb as well. So these have been really, really good lights. Just a really good solid gun, defensive tool, and if you're looking for something solid, I wasn't a big Glock guy at the beginning. My original choice of defensive tool was a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0, which I still have and I still love, but I just don't carry that as often. I tend to carry these a little more often now because no matter what you say about Glocks, these are just reliable defensive tools. They're tried and tested. I was hesitant to get one at first. Now I've got more than one. But these are just solid defensive weapons. So if you think you may be in the market for something like this, you really can't go wrong with the Glock. Lots of good choices out there, but I think Glock is still king. And so we're gonna end with my CCW holsters. This is one I got off Amazon. I don't remember the name of it. These work, but I mean, they do their job. The thing that what I'm really looking for though is something that I can put a sidecar on, and something that also fits both the specifications for both of my defensive tools. Glock 19 Gen 5 with the TLR8AG laser light combo, or the Glock 30S with the TLR8G laser combo, and something with a sidecar. So I haven't been able to find anything, or maybe I'm not just not looking in the right place. So if anybody out there happens to know where I can get holsters with a sidecar with those specifications, please put it in the comments and let me know. Okay. So with that being said, that's it. That's it for my very first YouTube video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're able to find something of value in anything that I presented to you today. I appreciate you stopping by. Let me just say a couple of words and we'll get on out of here. I always say, invest in yourself. Okay, invest in yourself. If you've got family, invest in your family. Invest in your own defense. We know, what country we live in. Okay, you guys know what country we live in. You know the gun culture here, and you just never know. Bad things happen to good people all the time. It's so unfortunate. And but we have to be prepared. We just have to be prepared because we just don't know what's around the corner in this place, in this country. A lot of ways it's like the Wild West. So yeah, invest in yourself, invest in your own self-defense, be able to protect yourself and your family. And I kind of half jokingly say that if I, God forbid, should a bad situation arise and I've got the wherewithal to understand what's going on at the time, I'm going to do everything in my power to be an absolutely horrible victim. Okay, I'm not going to make it easy for anybody if I can help it. I'm not some kind of badass or anything, but I do try to be somewhat prepared. I have taken training, and that's another thing that I would suggest. If you're just beginning this path, get yourself some training. Get yourself some training because you're really going to need it. Because there's I didn't realize there was so many things I did not know until I started. Until I bought my first firearm. There's just a lot of stuff. So if you're able to get some training, do yourself a favor. Go to the range. Go take some classes. Do something. Be as prepared as you can be. I need to do more training. I haven't done a ton of training, but I've done enough to know things. And but you can never have too much training. That's the only way you're going to get really good at being able to defend yourself in an adverse situation. Okay, so invest in yourself, invest in your own defense, get some training, and hopefully you guys want to see more. I've got other things I would love to be able to show you. I've got different kinds of bags, get home bags, bug out bags, just a variety of things that I would love to be able to share with you guys. So if you want to see more, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know how you like my first attempt at this thing. And if you want to see more, I'll be glad to show it to you. Okay. So with that, Blue Ronin out of here. Peace.